This was the one gravel area in the whole place, so we made youthful use of it. Of course, Carl was having a blast gaming on stream, and I saw that he was only 13 subs away from his next goal. So the first gifted 15 subs with a smirk. You know how streamers will thank whoever gifts subs? Well, it's always funny as hell seeing your buddy do it, especially with my moniker Duncan McCockiner. As he read it off with appreciation, it hit him. The look on his face brought me out of my near reverie and I busted out laughing. He knew who it was by now and had a laugh with his chat. I stayed on for a few minutes, and we had a bit of small talk until I brought up where I was. His expression grew solemn and he's a classy enough guy to not tell the chat our backstory of this place. Apart from the locker room talk about our wild, semi-true feats, we agreed to come back here again next week when he has some more free time. Now that I was in a bit of a happier mood, I swung myself off the bench and headed off again. The trail I chose this time lead down Honeysuckle Hollow. All the trails have names, but I have forgotten most of them. This one always stuck out to me due to the alliteration. It's also a trail connector of sorts, as it splits into 3 and you can take those eventually back to the starting points or exits. But if you take this one all the way to its natural end, you come out to a huge wooden deck that overhangs part of the forest, and you get a really good view of nature. That was where I planned to go, as this is at the deepest point of the preserve. I planned to take one of the unremarkable paths back to the car. Unfortunately, this trip was anything but unremarkable. I was walking down the hollow trail towards my destination when the hair on the back of my neck stood up. I had the sudden sense that I was being watched. I've seen many animals here, including coyotes, but this felt different. I took a few minutes to survey the landscape and became satisfied that I was just being a scaredy cat. Sunset was still an hour away at least, so I didn't think I had much to worrying about as long as I got out of the woods before then. After maybe 10 minutes of walking, I found the wooden deck at the end of the trail. This one seemed to be in much better condition than the one at the entrance, so I happily took a seat and checked my phone. I didn't realize I had left the stream up, so my battery was low. I became a little annoyed at my carelessness, then stood up and leaned against the railing, looking over at the untamed forest. I was a little lost in thought, slowly spiraling into a depressive state when faced with the nostalgia here. At some point as I gazed all around, down at the bottom of this overlook, it seemed that there was another trail, one that led to who knows where.